Okay, we have Ms. Jasmine from Freighter here going to share with us some resources that Freighter have for us, so go ahead whenever you get started.
You want me to come up there or
However you want to do it.
right here?
You can stay right there, you
Okay.
can go up, however you like.
Okay, this work, cause, yeah. Okay, enlarge my screen. Okay, can y'all hear me online, okay? Okay.
Can anybody say they can hear her? Yes?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
So
I probably should go over there because they can't see me.
there's the, aisle right there that should pick you up.
Oh, y'all can't see. Okay.
Yeah, it's right there. So it should pick you up.
Okay, all right, good morning, everybody. Okay, so my name is Jasmine Jonathan, and I am one of 3 community outreach nurses that work for Freighter in American College of Wisconsin. And yeah, I want to just give you guys a little bit of information about what we do in our program, and yeah, if you have questions, I'm open book. So, like I said, I'm a community outreach nurse, one of 3. That's my lovely team on the screen right there. But we are community outreach nurses, and what does that mean? We're doing just that outreach throughout the city of Milwaukee weekly. All 3 of us are dispersed at various different locations throughout Milwaukee, and we're providing free outreach nursing services. So what does that mean? So we do free blood pressure screenings, free blood sugar screenings, health education, navigation to any resources in the community. As I always tell people, we're not just nurses, we're doing every part of the care team. We're doing social work, we're therapists, we're doing everything. So, you know, some days I tell my patients, like, I don't know everything, but they think that nurses know everything. So I do my best to make sure I can get them any resources that they need. So, like I said, we're in the community a couple times a week doing various outreach offerings. We do flu vaccine clinics in the fall. We have a shot with the nurse program because we are at different locations, which I'll tell you guys in a minute. We do just all kinds of specialty screenings, heart disease management, you name it, we're doing it in the community weekly at various sites. So this is just a snapshot of some of the sites that we are at throughout the week. So we're trying to do our best to hit every zip code. Still missing some places, but of course we're trying our best to fill the gaps because we're a team of 3. But we're at the GSMPE Wellness Clinic, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. That's the location that I'm at. Yes, man. Oh, 06. I think we just added one in 06. Yeah, we just added an 06 one recently. She'll be going to that site coming up. Tierra will be. But we're at Silver Spring Neighborhood Center. We're gonna be fizzing out of there maybe pretty soon because that partnership is not going where we wanted. But Rooted and Rising, Nourish, MKE, various locations, but specifically, I'm at G's MKE Wellness Clinic every Friday, 10 to 2 at the barbershop. You know, I don't know if you guys know about that clinic, but G has a clinic inside the barbershop, and I'm the nurse that oversees all the program there. So with all that, the stuff that I do there, I've done a lot of programming throughout that partnership. So we do free stop and bleed trainings every couple of months, free CPR for the community, Narcan administration techniques. Every year we do a free dermatology screening event where we have the dermatologists from Freighter come and do screenings for free of charge. I host men's health nights. You name it, that barbershop is my domain, and I love being there with them. Now, men, y'all can be a little difficult sometimes.
Uh-oh, watch out now.
Okay. But I've been there for years and I've survived. So,
There you go.
you know, I'm making it there. But yeah, so we are out here doing our best to make sure we're trying to capture every zip code that we can. We still have room to do more, so which is why I'm here with the Dominican Center, trying to bring more resources here to this community as well. But yeah, that's what we do. And so this is just a quick snapshot of some of the lives that we have touched in the last fiscal year. Our new one is coming out soon next month, it'll be ending, but we've had an opportunity to have a lot of impact. And so I'm just thankful to be in this role. I always knew that nursing was my thing, but I didn't want to be an inpatient nurse because there's so much out here in the community that's needed. And then people that look like me to be out here, a woman of color, helping promote health literacy, education, all those things. And so it's my goal to make sure that my community is being educated, knowing how to advocate for themselves, and just having all the resources they can, because again, y'all know we don't have all the resources that we need sometimes. So that's pretty much what we do. I told you it'd be short, but if y'all have questions, please hit me with them. I would love to figure out how we can integrate some of our services here. Again, like I said, we're at various locations literally every day out the week. So we're all dispersed. We do share some sites as well. Yeah, any questions for me? Any thoughts? Just wanted to share this information with you guys, and hopefully.
The caravan, is it a local
Yeah, so it's a mobile unit, but we don't do any services inside the van. It's really for us to house all of our equipment, like our tents, like we have so much equipment we take with us usually. But we do take it, but we don't take it as much as we used to, honestly, because we can take the stuff in our cars. We don't feel like dropping it back on, but we bring it out when we need to. Yeah, yes, so.
I've got a question.
Yes.
What demographic do you guys see that you're seeing the most? Are you seeing adults? Are you seeing children, men,
Yeah.
women? You say that you're working out of like a barbershop. I would
Mhm.
imagine that you're able to get to a lot of men who typically don't go to see the doctor.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
how does that work, I guess?
Yeah, so we pretty much reach every demographic, but we don't do as much with youth as we would like to. Shameless plug, I do work with youth outside of this job. I have my own nonprofit mentor program for teens here in Milwaukee.
Oh, cool.
So I do that separately, so that's my other passion, but we see everybody, we, men, women, Hispanic, Black, whatever. But typically we're in the inner cities though, honestly, we really cover the Milwaukee areas. And in the barbershop, yes, I see all types of demographics, men and women, specifically men though, Black men of color. And you know, I've worked very hard to make that rapport in that barbershop because it's hard to get, I don't wanna say it's hard to get to the men, but you have to build that trust, especially in no matter what community that you're working in. So I spent a great deal of my time building the trust and making sure that I was trustworthy and making sure they knew that I was a safe space. And so I've done that, they know it, and now they're actually taking their health seriously, which I'm so grateful to God for because it took me almost 3 years. But we there.
Not 3 years.
3 years, next month, it'll be 3 years, but we made it work, it's working, so,
That's awesome.
thank you, yeah.
So as far as like prevention,
Yeah.
well, what's on your, like, what do you guys do for, when it comes to prevention? Is like most of that just prevention, or is it like, you know,
Yeah,
preventing like a heart attack, preventing your
Yeah.
high blood pressure, preventing, you know, cause you know, a lot of people who don't wanna go to the doctor
Mhm.
is because they know they waited too long.
yeah,
And then they feel symptoms,
yeah,
but then they be like, that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
And then you got somebody say, hey, listen, I wanna take your blood pressure. I already know mine's high, you need to come over here.
that's all I
You know what I'm
hear.
saying? Like, or they'll be like, you know, or they got something that they say runs in their family,
Yeah.
saying eating habits, and then they just don't feel like, so, like, I feel like it would be nice down the road
Yeah,
to have someone who can hit them teens, but specifically, not just any teams, the kids will be on those basketball, those sports teams.
Yeah.
Because they already with a male figure or a woman figure who's leading them.
yeah,
So then that can be like a 15-minute little thing for all 2,000 of those kids who play basketball or something. Hey, listen, this is what you can do to prevent yourself from getting to this point. Because that's prevention is the biggest thing, especially with our youth, because they just jamming the food in their mouth, the junk food and the unhealthy habits and stuff like that, so.
Yeah, so our big focus is prevention,
Yeah.
for sure, all the way. So, you know, as us being in the community, we are the big prevention specialists because we're getting people before they get admitted.
Mhm.
We're helping educate them before they have the chance to even be put in the hospital with a grave like condition.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, to your point, I do see a lot of people who are like, well, I ain't been to the doctor in about 10 years and I ain't drink water in 10 years.
Oh my God.
Like, Jesus.
I would hate to go in the bathroom after.
I'm kidding, I'm like, my approach always, like, every situation, every encounter is different, and I approach it with baby steps. Because everybody is not open to know the information that I have, and then some people are open to it. So I meet them wherever level that they're on, and I take my time to expose them little by little. I don't wanna say I always work, but it does always, once you keep showing up in the community, once you keep showing your face, you keep showing that you're supportive, you keep showing that you're trustworthy. They get it eventually,
Yeah.
but I do my best, and then I also tailor programs to individuals to what they need, so specifically the barbershop. I've studied that whole place for the last 3 years, I know what they like, I know what they don't like, so I try to introduce events and little things to like, in different ways, where it's not always a traditional come see me at a visit. But let's have an event, so I've hosted like colorectal cancer screening panels. where I have people come in, real life people who have stories about how they beat colorectal cancer by going to get screened early.
Okay.
G is one of the people, his father died early from colorectal cancer. He never went to the doctor ever. Last minute, they found out he had end stage colorectal cancer. He died 30 days later. So, which is why he opened the barbershop, well, the clinic in the barbershop, so he can get people to be exposed and prevent these things. So, yeah, I work very hard to do these events or something small. I even bring vendors in to come table about their resources, like, okay, a little subtle thing before we even do a big event, like prevention is always our key, and I try to cover all the grounds as best as I can.
Okay, now I know across the street there's a barber shop,
Yes, ma'am.
and Jean does have a lot of youth that come in there, get their haircut,
Mhm.
so you do that. And then surprisingly, these kids that are playing basketball, football,
Yeah.
are having heart attacks.
Yeah.
So how carefully, when they, cause my son played ball, and they went through supposedly a good physical, but we always took him to the family doctor also.
Yeah.
Because too many, and we don't get all the reports, okay? When those kids pass out on the field, we don't, that can make the news.
Wow.
So I'm just saying, you need to be, if your kids are involved in sports, you need to be there too.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
I got another thing. Outside of Amani, well, inside of Amani, I'm a part of the family well-being and, health community, education community. But outside of this, I teach people how to read a metabolic panel test and a micronutrient test.
Yeah.
But I remember when I sent my people that I work with in the community to Freighter to get a micronutrient test. And Freighter would tell them, well, we don't do it. And then they said, we don't do it at none of their locations. And I said, uh-oh. I said, okay, because mind you, I know how big both tests are. So my biggest thing right now is to, because it costs $500 to get a micronutrient test off top, just right there. You know, metabolic panel test, you get that as soon as you go through the door, they put that, taking your blood out and they're gonna get you. But I teach people how to read it for a reason.
Absolutely.
But it goes hand in hand when you can read both micronutrient tests. So I was like, you know, I wanna have a conversation with you, you know, talking about, you know, the micronutrient test and the metabolic test, and, you know, I'm not curriculifying it, because, you know, that's boring. You're gonna make somebody go to sleep doing that. But I do think it would be also powerful to get people to, because we teaching people how to read here and learn, and we getting people back to that world of being able to analyze things on your own.
Absolutely.
So I feel like health data is one of those things, and so I would like to talk to you about that.
That'd be awesome, yeah, and I also spend a lot of time helping people read their MAR charts, what do their test results mean, so even I had a man recently at G's who was getting a colorectal exam, and he didn't know about the prep. And so the doctors had to call him, he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So he was like 4 or 5 days before the test, and I was like, okay, you ready? He was like, well, I've been eating and this and that and taking this medicine. I'm like, no. He did by this time, so we went through it, I wrote it out for him in his language.
Yes.
And so I spent a lot of time doing all that stuff, so.
I ain't never did that, but
Yeah, I got
that's,
you.
see what we need to do again.
We got
Question on
a
that.
Yes, go ahead.
They should be down.
Yeah, are you calling on me?
Yes.
Okay, so my question was more in regards to the micronutrient test, because I think that that would be key, and you said that that Freighter was saying that they only do this testing at different locations and not,
No, they don't do
That they
or
don't,
am I
do it-
not hearing that?
they don't do it at all. At any locations, of their locations.
What can we do to get them to start?
That your doctor have to request that, if you go into your doctor and ask.
I just think they don't do them at all, like even allergy tests, they don't do those either, because I just try to get ones that have a lot of allergies. So a lot of things they don't offer, and you have to go to like a specific like holistic doctor to go get those done. I'm not sure why, I can definitely go back and investigate, because I don't know about that.
Please do.
Because I'm removed from that, like, that's not my department, but I can find out, but I think a lot of it is they don't wanna cover that. under their care plan.
So when you go to a dermatologist, they don't do these, checks to see if you're allergic to corn or when
Yeah.
something is happening to
Yeah,
you.
so I have,
Those are
like I said,
allergies, yes.
yeah, I have a lot of allergies and food sensitivities. So I've been trying to figure out what I'm allergic to for months, almost the last 2 years. And I asked both my doctors, my GI doc and my primary, they're like, no, we don't do that here. You gotta go outside of here and get your own food tests. We don't do those. Right. They don't think they're accurate, but I think they are accurate. They just don't want to cover it. But we have.
Well, now I'm gonna tell you, I've gone to a lot of clinics
Yeah.
where they do this.
Yeah.
And I go back to my doctor very upset because I just had a physical and just went through blood work.
Yeah.
And now you telling me this is all see, it's not that perfect, okay?
Mhm.
So that's why they don't like, because when a nurse comes to see me,
Yeah.
my doctor don't even want to see that report.
Yeah, I just wanted, I need something, because I'm allergic to everything.
But you know, medicine is so specialized now
Yeah.
that you wouldn't get allergy tests now unless you go to a pulmonologist. Because then a pulmonologist is gonna test you for all your allergies. A dermatologist won't do it, or a GI doctor won't do it. So you have to be real specific, because that's the only way they get paid through their insurance. The insurance company is the thing.
Correct.
Who will, you know, reimburse them.
And I guess the difference is, a dermatologist do what they do, because when you have skin, when you break out from everything, they do, because my daughter went to a dermatologist and did a lot of tests, what she was allergic to.
Mhm.
And then your doctor have to recommend a pulmonologist to go to. And then it's so important to have a primary doctor that everything is funneled through.
Absolutely.
Like I said, when you, do, cause you said it's outside of your,
My
like,
department.
your
yeah.
department,
Mhm.
can you share that information, like I'll give you my card too? Share that with me, cause I can help, you know, figure out things with you, because once we get this answer, cause I do this type of work, but not on the level you do, but I'm doing it on another side, I can also make sure that people can figure out a solution to being able to bridge that and say, you know, if they can't do that, then we can find out how to get people in the inner city some type of half off, you know, somebody try to donate off that $500, cause you can go to any lab test now, and that's why I've been sending people to get their micronutrient test, and it's like $500, so.
Okay.
But, you know,
Okay,
people
I'll
do need help.
I'll investigate, yeah, cause.
Did she get her question answered, the lady that asked
No
something?
hand done.
Cause we like took over, and I don't know.
Are there any more questions from the folks online? Cool.
Anybody else got any more questions before we move on?
When you, one other thing, when you go to the doctor, and you ask these questions, you don't tell them you're a nurse right away, do you?
Oh, no, I
No.
never.
No.
I
That's the
disguise
way you
myself.
can really, you know, when they do it.
Now, my mother, my doc, mama, don't tell them
That's a
that.
problem, Jasmine.
I'm like, don't say that. You see how they treat you.
No, that's good.
But I did bring some information, I have like my cards here too, so I'll get these y'all afterwards too, but thank y'all for listening, if y'all got questions, let me know.
Thank you.
So much. We do have District 5 joined us, if you want to share any topics or updates that you might have for District 5. We welcome you. Good morning.
Not much. We're still working with the Alderman's office in the area to identify problems in this district over here in this little corner that he's got. With the dumping, stuff like that. I think I was only here for half the walk last week because we found those houses. So, from what I was in, the walk seemed successful. We identified 2 houses right across the street from each other, which we went through and boarded up. I believe there's one more house on 2917 and 23rd.
Okay.
That we may have to identify yet, we got an email for that, we'll look at that. So if you guys have any problem houses, like any houses that are vacant, ransacked, not lived in, let us know, we'll come look at it, we'll take care of it for you. That's really about it. I'm
What
sorry.
happened with the house where the dog was dead?
So
With the dog?
we went behind that house because, you know, obviously we were walking, it was pointed out to us, hey, this house has got a lot of stuff in the backyard and they need dumping. Turns out there was a gentleman in there who was renovating the house, he was staying upstairs. And prior to going to the house, there was a tote in the back of the garage with flies and everything. We looked at, there was a dead dog in there. So then we went to the house or to the backyard, we found the other dog in the pen, the big dog. Went in, cleared the house, found the gentleman upstairs, who said he was working on the house and he was staying there for a little while, working on the house. So we wound up taking that dog to Maddox took that dog as well and properly took care of the dog. And then the gentleman who was out couldn't stay there because DNS was with us, and they deemed the house uninhabitable at that time. So he had to leave, we boarded it up, the whole first floor. We did make contact with the owner afterwards, because she was told that we boarded up the house, so she called us, so we were in contact with her. But again, that was a DNS call, not us. Okay, because DNS walked through the house with us and, yeah, nobody can live in here.
Did it
It
look
was
like,
that bad.
did it look like he was doing work in there?
There was like lumber supplies and stuff, he had tools there, so I believe he was doing some work there, yes. But the way the DNS considered the house is nobody could be in there at the time until certain things were fixed. So that's a
Did
DNS.
he know anything about the dead dog? Was that his dog?
No, nobody could tell us whose dog that was.
Like there's a lot of dog in there.
So, I mean, yeah, that dog in the backyard was huge, I thought it was a little big at first. And it turned its head, I'm like, well, it's a boy, okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's about a house that's been sitting on your block and they gutted it out and it's nothing but gutted. And they did block windows at the bottom. They have yet to come to fix the house. It's been like 3 or 4 years. So how do we handle that? Okay, it's on 23rd between Verla and Chambers. It's right across. It's ugly. It's just wood. If somebody do some gasoline on it, it'll go up in a torch. The house is pathetic. I don't know why they're not fixing it. It's been there.
So, Caroline Chambers.
Yeah. It's gutted out.
Amani gonna be clean once we done. They gonna be no dumping.
I'll go look at it when I'm bored.
The property owner gonna like, property value ain't gonna go. People gonna live in the
Trash
house.
can in the back. What are they gonna do with that house? It's trash.
Miss Carol, did you have something you wanted to say?
Trash.
Basically, it's the land.
Sure.
Not the house. The land.
I can make a call.
I'm here.
Let me search your-
No, I thought you was about to speak.
Oh, no.
The land was worth like 2,000.
Okay.
Now it's worth 10,000. That's
I'm trying to do that. Yeah.
Not, they got into, the state got into the domain, so if they decide to want to do a contract, they're not.
Sure.
Come on. No problem. No, that should be.
Does anybody else have anything for, District 5? Online?
Burgers around.
Well, yeah, what about all the shooting and then that person, they grab me, they come,
Yeah.
all the shooting. Is there any, I mean, anybody?
Are you saying bodies?
I think the value of that.
Shooting at nobody, okay.
You know, there was a shooting up here a few days ago. Not related to anybody or any specific block or any person, it was just a random.
They were shooting at each other.
You called out, yeah, and that's being taken care of right now, so that's ongoing. So yeah, we do have some. Investigative leads and stuff like that, so it's progressing. I can't really say too much more.
Yeah, I just have another question.
Yeah.
There are so many shootings.
Yeah.
Nobody never sees anything. And it's too many of our youth that are being shot.
They doing the
And we don't
shooting.
know, one dead, the other one injured seriously, but there's nothing going on. And then I.
Yeah, they got more guns than the grown people.
No. I don't, all I know is that they There was a time we would recognize, because we used to sit on the porch of me and my elderly neighbors, and watch different cars that go down the street, and we see a Bronco with all white guys in here, and we figured they look out of place. What's that all about? So we mentioned it to some of our other neighbors, people watch out for things, because people sitting in their cars, this was really bad a couple of years ago, getting shot, just sitting in your car. You could be finishing up a phone call, or doing whatever, you get shot sitting in your car. So it's something that's going on.
The block captain's too scared to talk about, that's what it is.
Well, and then that's the other thing I was gonna say is working with the alderman's office, we're trying to start up more block watches in the area. So if you know your neighbors, wanna get something together, you know, pretty much everybody in the block's gotta be on board.
Yeah.
So, you know, and you can have a block watch and you can call, you know, and let us know and we'll take care of it. So, I mean, if you know anybody that's interested in starting a block watch, let me know and I can direct you that person to the proper.
When the ambassadors go out, they're encouraging people, start out really slow. All we want you to do is let people know when the meetings are. That's the first thing you do.
Right.
And if they say, well, who are you? Just somebody that loves the block and we want you to become what I'm doing.
If they see something, say something.
You know, don't let them see, as soon as they recognize somebody is telling, they're gonna come to your door, they're gonna break out your window, set your garage on fire.
That's why you need training.
That's why people need to know how.
You need to know how to tell.
How to go about it.
That's why people don't.
That's real though. That's real. What he said. What he said is true.
You need to know how to tell, because if you around people who can teach you how to do this,
Right.
then you won't feel like somebody's gonna come and retaliate against you, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's how you do it.
Yeah, you can muddy the water by, like if I live on 26th Street, maybe I think this carpet is on 25th or somebody further up, let them see that face. I'll just be the one passing out literature, looking real close, telling everything that I see, and they just don't know it's me.
But do what they do in Chicago, everybody got a camera, everybody got a camera pointing. You can't, so much stuff, it's from a camera off a house, we like.
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's one camera that I like, it's really good, it's a light bulb camera, you just put, and I've seen it on some businesses
Yeah, they have.
down on Juno.
So you
I want that.
should have, I mean, come on.
Say that to them
I
again.
said they have them in Menards, so the city definitely should have cameras everywhere.
I'm just saying, you just screw this bulb in, and you take pictures all
Oh, I
over.
know what you're talking about, yeah.
But a
Yeah,
lot of people, I know we had one on the back of the garage and they'll take it off. They don't.
Yeah.
oh, you gotta have it up high enough.
Mine I had them high and they actually clipped.
Oh my Lord.
So now you know what you're working with. This ain't no joke. They get better, you gotta get better. That's all it is.
And then I like this other light they have, as soon as you walk on the property, it's a floodlight, like you showtime.
You don't wanna come to my mama's house, I promise you, I have put 16 cameras up. In her house, outside of her house, she got floodlights in here, I'm like, mama, why the alley lighting up like that? She said, that's my light, that's like. Nobody wanna come back, the neighbors like, they being careful, they still got like.
They would ring our doorbell so you know your lights not on. People use that light, that's going to the bus stop, and when they see
People
it's a.
put their lights on.
Yeah.
You better not break my mama, I'm telling you, you're gonna be on 16 different cameras. It's those AETs, yeah, oh man, man, we'll just be finding the kids.
And you can't see them, but I'll keep buzzing.
So, anybody else have anything else before we move on? No? Well, we thank you, District 5, Officer
Let's hear.
Latier, I always say it wrong, sorry about that, Latier, for joining us, we appreciate you. So we have up next, does our president, Ms. Brown, have anything she wanna share, or does she just wanna wave a hand? We have our, okay, well, we have our vice president in the building, would you like to share anything, or just wave a hand as well too, so everybody know who you are?
Good morning, everyone. You know, my apologies for being late. I went to the dentist this morning.
We got housing. Ms. Clark, you wanna share anything?
I'll say where Crystal go.
Or Crystal?
Crystal
Crystal
jumped
jumped
off.
off? Okay.
Yeah, so our Ron surveys will be starting May 16th. We are having a kickoff in conjunction with Lindsay Heights, because we share a border, is gonna be at Fondy Market. So May 15th, from 4 to 5:30, we're gonna do a pre-cleanup because a lot of people have made that space their own and it's a little dirty. Yeah, I'm saying it in a nice way. They made it their own space, so we're gonna go out there the day before our kickoff and clean up. The kickoff is going to be from 4 to 6 on Friday, May 16th. We plan to have resources for folks who need housing supports. Not necessarily like finding a house, but repairs, getting connected to folks who do like foreclosure prevention, back taxes assistance, repairs again, because repairs are needed. If you are not familiar, we are a part of RIME, which is the Reclaiming Our Neighborhoods Coalition. On the even years, we go out and do exterior surveys of all the properties in Amani. On the odd years, we follow up and do a P2P, which is a person-to-person survey. So if your property was listed as having 2 or more major repairs, or specifically needing roof work, we will be going out to all of those properties. It's like over 600, I believe it's about, 400 investor-owned properties and like 200 owner-occupied properties that will be going out, knocking on the doors, trying to connect with the folks who live in those properties to see what resources or how we could be of assistance to them. And if you come out, maybe if your name is on that list or your address is on a property you own is on that list, you can do your survey up front. So nobody gotta come knock on your door. We encourage you, if you do, like to let your neighbors know, we'll be out on those blocks. So if you see us out there, look out for us, help be an extra set of eyes and ears for us as well. Let your neighbors know that this is coming. What else we got? Oh, there's 2 new properties being built on 22nd Street. Via CDC is starting their process in Amani, the lots 2940 and 2944. They're right next door to each other. They plan to start do the excavation either May 19th or like the first, second week of June. We will have more information about that. Those homes are specifically for early childhood educators. So if you work at a daycare, if you own a daycare, if you work at COA, anywhere, we want folks to buy homes that are connected to early childhood education centers in Amani. And those homes will be sold, I believe you said, for 105. So you're getting a brand new house built from the ground. And we encourage folks, so if you know anybody connected to an early childhood education center, please connect them. We can help them get started on their process. The home should be built in about a year. So it's the perfect time to get started. If you need credit repair, if you need to do anything in advance, if you're not interested in purchasing a home in Amani, these homes are going up in other neighborhoods throughout the city of Milwaukee. So just keep your eyes up. It is a lottery system though. So as you get prepared for it, they basically reach in the hat, pull out a name, and that person is the person. But it's okay to be prepared. No, it ain't a bad thing because it's multiple houses. So that's gonna be 2. 2 lucky people get to buy a house. And then now you and your neighbor got a brand new house. So that's bringing stability to the blocks as well.
If you're in a pool for the lottery and you don't get picked, do you stay in there as they build other houses?
I wouldn't get out.
Thank you.
I'm gonna wait my turn.
Do you have any questions? Would they come to you, Amanda?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What time is that meeting, on Friday?
From 4 to 6 on May 16th.
Okay.
That's my birthday.
Oh, happy early birthday. I hope you come out. We're gonna have some hot dogs and hamburgers and water and chips.
Oh, y'all got a budget to get some food?
No, we don't. Somebody, West Cares donate.
Okay, that's the next thing I wanna say. I don't know what anybody else feels like in this meeting, but we would come in and just have a sweet roll, we can condense it down. Cause you guys don't have a budget. When you get to have an 8:30 meeting, most places wherever I've been to meetings offer you coffee and sweet roll, okay? So if you don't have.
I'm in 100% agreement with you.
Can I just
It's
say-
8:30 in the morning. You don't have no snack for me, a coffee, something?
Okay,
I don't appreciate it.
okay.
I feel you.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, we taking donations too.
Okay, that is what I'm trying to get to if I can just continue.
Go ahead.
It's time for us to step it up. Let's put $5 in
That's right.
towards our food. And the members that can afford it, let's just give $25 a year,
Give what you can.
and give what you can.
Exactly, we're not gonna put no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you, if you made a donation to Dominican Center, you can say it's specifically for the Saturday meetings.
Okay.
So those funds could go towards a pile of money. Period. Put your money where your mouth is.
I got some.
Okay, probably.
Now, that is the budget for our first Saturday meeting. And I just wanna say another thing.
That's how you start something.
Can I just say another thing? And we don't want nobody else taking that money.
So, we wasn't planning for that, that wasn't.
Right.
planned
Okay,
for.
can I just say another thing? You can say, I'm gonna give 25, this is per household. Give $25.
We gonna be buying houses, you talking about that?
Hey, and we should.
That's a lot of $25.
Well, I'm just saying, you see, a closed mouth, can I just say another?
Yeah, they get a slip. Y'all get a slip
Can
for
I
your
just say
donation.
another thing? A closed mouth don't get fed. Now, we've all been feeling this way and not saying anything. This is our organization, and we need to show the powers to be ready to step it up.
And it's our neighborhood.
We got somebody running, we got a question online too,
Go ahead, Cordella.
Good morning, everyone.
But
So,
aware of your climate.
anytime there is an opportunity, to, assist, please let us know. I'll be more than happy to see if we can have, collect some donations for you all. So, if you have something, if we can pre-plan it. So, probably like for towards the end of the year, if there's anything that's coming up that supports the residents and gets information out, if you all let us know, we'd be more than happy to help.
Thank you. I'ma just go ahead and put it out there, taking Miss Brenda Hart's lead, our housing meetings. We would love to have some snacks or something for those. Those are the first Wednesday of every month, which is one is coming up next week, Wednesday. We hope to see you all there. Did Jarvis, our housing coordinator or housing person for Amani United jump back on? Yeah, I know, man.
go ahead,
Yeah, Crystal, you got anything you wanna add
for housing.
for housing?
Well, before she jump in, I'm just gonna say thank you to everybody
Yeah.
that just gave, cause that was gracious of y'all to do so, and we appreciate it on behalf of Amani United and the Amani Neighborhood. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Cordell, you want to go again?
Oh, yep, just one last thing. Our homes tour that is going on May 17th. It's Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12:30. We're going to be touring 6 of the new homes that are being built. Some of them are on the north side. So there's quite a few homes this year that we have. You're more than welcome to join us. And I can send the flyer. You can go straight to the website and you can join. Amanda, do you have that information or should I send it again?
Yep, I do.
Okay.
I share it with you all if you're interested in signing up. You really should. It's a good experience to see some of the new houses in the neighborhoods, and some of those options are coming to Amani as well. A little bit down the line, but they coming. So the tour for residents is May 17th, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the Saturday. If you're interested in signing up, I have the link and I can get you the information for you all to sign up.
That's a tour for what again?
The new houses.
Because I went on one, the one that we
Yeah.
went on was well attended, so we should encourage people.
Mm-hmm. The one on the 17th is specifically for residents.
Good.
There's one on the 16th for partners and other folks like that. So if you want the partner sign up, I can get you that. If you want the resident sign up, I can get you that as well.
So Amanda, the buses are filling up. So we'll probably be putting an announcement out Monday that is going to be closing. That's how quick they're filling up. So if there's people who are interested, they might want to jump on like today or tomorrow.
Okay, I'll get to them soon, right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little hiccup. Pause for the cause.
So have you heard from any of the residents that got their property, the assessment that they're running into a problem?
We have
Okay.
experienced that with, some residents, have come in voicing their concerns. We did share out that community advocates had a form that you could fill out, but you had to fill it out by May 1st. I still think it may be worth it to call and let them know that you weren't able or didn't have access to it, you didn't know about. They did put it out literally like 2 or 3 days before they said you got to May 1st to do it. But you are able, there is a number on your assessment that you can call to challenge what they sent you. You can appeal what they set your rates at. Please do that. Let your neighbors know. Anybody you know that owns a property that is concerned about their assessment that they received, there is a number on that assessment that you can call to appeal what they, how they assessed your property. So please do that, because the more people who do that, is gonna draw attention to, hey, something is wrong.
Yeah, right.
So it seemed like all of the community organizations should get together and go down to the alderman and let them know this is affected, because most of these people are retired.
On
And
fixed
some-
incomes.
And some of them own other properties.
Mhm.
And if you don't pay your rent, then they can't do what they need to be doing to pay the taxes on those houses.
But then when you own properties and you're a landlord and you get that assessment that's $4,000 more than what you're usually paying, that's gonna fall on who? The renter now. So now rent is gonna increase, and then we're gonna have a huge, larger homeless population because it's, people can't afford, they're gonna get priced out of their neighborhoods.
You have on this,
I noticed on the property assessment that it was the land that went up, not necessarily the home. It was the land that went up like $8,000 more. It used to be like $2,000 for the prop and land. Now it's like $10,000 for the land.
And I thought you said you don't own
Yeah,
them.
big deal.
You don't?
own that land. It's not there.
You paying for it,
And
but if they wanted, they
then
could
what
come
they
take it.
cleared up- What the Lindsay's cleared up with me is eminent domain.
Yes.
You could live in this house for 40 years.
If the city come and say,
And
we
they
need the
say
land
we
that your
gonna
property
run a-
sit on, they
We
can
gonna
take
run
it.
a road through here. But now they do have to offer you a deal if you don't take the deal.
But you have to take the deal. Like they did the old street.
That ain't a deal, but,
Yeah,
yeah,
they just took all those houses to do a parking lot.
right. See?
The Brown Street.
I'll say find the land.
Freeway was gonna come through there.
Find the land.
17th and 20th Brown,
Mm-hmm.
and it got stopped, but they took all those properties and.
It's about Walking Brownsville?
Jackson Park.
Oh, when you coming through 175.
so did Crystal or Jarvis, Crystal, did you have anything else that you want to share for housing before we, move forward? I don't know if you're available.
They're probably busy.
Okay,
Was that Crystal?
yes. So for safety, ambassador, right, Reggie, do you have anything you want to share? You just want to wave your hand so everybody knows who the, safety ambassador is?
Everybody already know that, we already had.
Not necessary.
Yes, who don't know me?
Jasmine, you know him?
Right here.
So just wait for me. You know who he is.
I wanna also add that he is not only the safety ambassador, he's also an Amani, liaison. So if residents need assistance with some electrical, work, he's chopped down trees, got rid of trees that's been bust down, that fell down, and the city's sending out tickets. Rice Bay is our go-to person for those types of things. Please reach out to him, let him know. Let's keep try to keep the money in the community. If you need some help, if you wanna get a young person involved or connected to him to learn some of these skills, that's the guy right there.
Thank you for your service.
We can mine, but I got somebody to do that.
Right, see, he knows somebody that knows somebody, so we got a network.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ms. Lynn.
I need a trash can, like a public trash can. How would I go about?
You can get one of them.
You know, we talked about putting
The ones
trash
outside.
cans on our.
We got you.
We got you.
It's one outside you can get.
Right, okay, the only thing I really had to talk about, I wanna try to steal, this resident walk thing. I got, gratitude to Miss West for getting me some, trinkets for the residents, but the resident walk thing, I think it's kind of a big thing, I would like to get the residents to figure out again what they wanna go out. Remember, it's all, remember, it's your block, it's your block. and we want to engage your block with people from your neighborhood.
Right, right.
You see that? So again, once you give me a date, I'll reach out to all the other resident leaders or ambassadors. We try to come on your block and actually, because again, a lot of people want to see us. They see a lot of organizations.
Right.
But they don't know, some of us, remember, it's so much turnover, they don't know what we here.
Right.
So again, we gotta do this stuff every year almost, we kind of gotta reintroduce ourselves.
Right.
So let's reintroduce ourselves in a way, this time where they see nothing but us, because usually when they see most organizations, they look at the same way we look at most of them, like, what y'all want, what you trying to get.
Right, yes, we gotta be like the.
Because when they first see the alderman, first thing they think, you from the city, but you come write me up, turn me in, what is it? But my thing is, when we did our block, when I lived over there, we went from 27th Street all the way up to 20th. Now Mrs. Harper is there. So when you guys do, when they come and set all their dates up with you, can she give you the
Ms. Harper's
block?
locked in already.
Yeah.
Who is, that's good, she's locked in, but I'm saying, is it the block that she wants, or is it the block that you guys put together?
Ms. Harper's gonna leave, they'll walk over there and the block that she chooses.
Right.
Okay, great.
Is that what you were saying?
That's what I wanted to
Are you
know.
gonna come to walk this,
That's my heart and soul, definitely I will be there.
See, I will pick y'all up on the go-kart, but
Maybe I know what I'm.
they taking my go-kart.
So,
I know you.
Okay, so how can they don't get up?
This here, okay, again. If we the ambassadors and you kind of notice what you're trying to do, you need to warm your block up. You need to kind of walk around and be like, okay, and y'all, and the
And tell them you'll
couple,
have a hot dog.
we're gonna be coming around, well, you kind of got it, it's like it forcing us to interact with our neighbors.
I already know, I know half of them.
Okay, then, well, they should, you might tell them that we on our way.
Yeah.
Tell them we on our way, we got a few good, that we finna bring some information for the neighborhood.
And you know, you gotta give them something after they work,
Okay,
okay?
that's why we got a bunch of triggers in there, get that shout out to the class.
I mean, a hot dog.
Like, do you have a flyer?
Not necessarily a flyer, because
You can get a flyer and then you can put, you don't have to put specifically a date, but the person can put the date in, and just give it to the mayor.
that's what I'm talking about, that's what I'm talking about. This is,
I don't think that's
I
without.
like that flyer you have about being a good neighbor.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just add to that, cause that's really nice.
So that is something that Miss Crystal and Mr. Jarvis was trying to work on, a good neighbor letter to go out and give out to each property and let them know that we watching, we see you, you got all this trash out in your yard, we expecting better from you.
And then the ones that participate, tell them you have a lunchbox at the end of it.
oh, no, we can't tell them that.
Yeah, we can't tell them that, now we can't.
Hold up. Can I just finish? Can I just finish?
Finish.
You got to sign up, be there from the beginning to the end to get that lunchbox, and you're only getting one. You can't take one home to your mama that can't get out. It's for you.
So now you're going out and getting sponsors,
That's,
because
that's what people have to do.
You have to go out and.
We all know somebody that can contribute, and I know some people that get cookies from a place. These are day-old cookies and day-old bread and
See.
stuff like this.
See,
See what?
I don't know about the day
All
off.
that money be to the next.
Hold up a minute, hold up, I wanna hear this.
No, I don't know, yeah, if y'all wanna eat that, that's cool, I'll,
Day-old bread.
no ma'am,
Okay, we ain't gonna.
the day of,
I like that. Ms. West has the packet with the, cleaning product.
Yes,
So
yeah.
everybody likes that, the cleaning product, and so that's great, you
Yeah.
pass to all those houses, and they will come out and they
Yeah,
will
yeah,
remember
come
that.
Okay, she just.
Give them a package like that, okay?
In gratitude to her, you got a whole.
Yes.
that's from Northwestern Mutual.
Tell her Western Mutual, they don't mind, we need some more in gratitude.
Yeah.
That's really a good idea.
So we gonna carry on. We got, our education and family well-being. Miss Helen is not present, but we do have Kendall. If you wanna share anything, or you just wanna wave your hand so people know who you are.
Kendall, Allen, I can say, we've been working on, getting this initiative up and running. It's Let's Read and Let's Learn initiative, trying to get it ironed out. We did a animation commercial, we getting it tweaked. We gotta get rid of this AI kid I created that just sound too robotic. But, and we just ironing it out. And that's it. So far, that's all I can really share about that right now, so that's what.
But the things are in the pipeline.
It's in the pipeline.
Yes, so thank you for sharing that.
And the education family well-being meetings are,
They're the third Monday of every month at 5 o'clock here at the Dominican Center, or you can join online, via Zoom.
I'm new, so.
No, I got
bear
you.
with.
Well, that's what we're here for, teamwork makes the dream work,
There we
so,
go.
but you don't know we got. So just want to give a shout out, we did our pre-Earth Day cleanup on April 19th. We had amazing turnout, so thanks to everyone who joined and participated in that. We collected over 123 bags of garbage. We had over 55. We did do an automatic walk with Alderman Jackson, on the 24th. That was an amazing turnout as well. We had this District 5 join for both of those. And that was a nice turnout. So again, thank you to everybody who was able to participate and join in that as well. Real IDs, y'all probably already got y'all's together, but if you know anybody who does not have their real ID, May 7th is the deadline to get those. You're not gonna be able to enter any federal buildings or state buildings without that, and not travel without it. So please share that with your family or friends who may not have gotten their real ID as of yet. Ms. Clark shared about the round kickoff already. We do have our blooming groom that will take place on May 20th. So if any of you are interested in getting some flowers for your yard or give out to somebody, here's the order form here. The orders are due in by the 14th, and they'll be able to be picked up on our parking lot on May 20th. Also on May 20th, we'll have our first pop-up event that will be on the parking lot as well. So if you have any resources that you'd like to share, just come by and support it. Feel free to do so. And again, those will take place on May 20th on our parking lot. We do have an automatic walk scheduled with Alderperson Cox, Alderwoman Cox on May 15th. We'll meet on the corner of 21st and Concordia and go through her area on that day. Did I say at 1 o'clock? At 1 o'clock, the 15th. So if you live in the area or know anybody that would be interested in joining that or have any comments, complaints, concerns for Alderman Cox, please encourage them to join us on that day. We just shared that the Education and Family Wellbeing meeting is on the third Monday of each month. Crystal and Jarvis, they are offline, but they do have a sleep out that is coming up that will begin on the 15th, just to bring awareness around homelessness and homeless youth. It will be on 9th and Center. She's very excited about it. So y'all can come out and support that. Like I told her, I will come out and support, but I will not be sleeping out. So if y'all want to come out and support, or if y'all want to come out and sleep out for the experience, feel free to do so. You can just come by and help her set up. She'll start setting up on the 13th. But if you need her information, it should be on this flyer here, to reach her to assist with that. They just talked about the city at home tours. Like Cordella said, the slides are filling up fast. If you know anybody who want to join that, please do so. Like probably today, we're signing up for that. The Milwaukee County Equity Group. Let me go to this sheet here. Oh, sorry, I can't separate these papers. So, Brunt MKE, they now changed their name to Housing Element Update. They have a draft, so basically over the past 18 months, residents and stakeholders have shared their desire around housing and greater access to affordable housing, walkable neighborhoods, neighborhood repairs, and sustainable development. The feedback has been taken in and data has been processed. If anybody is interested in that comprehensive plan of the housing elements, they do have the draft online at engagemilwaukee.gov/housing element. You can check that out there. But then they do actually have 2 virtual meetings that are coming up on May 7th from 6 to 7 or May 13th from 6 to 7. That will be online if you're interested in getting any more updates about that draft and about that plan. Let me see what else. I think that is all that we have. Oh, no, we have one more thing. So we have, been selected to be a part of Charles, I don't wanna say the last name wrong, Isaac Yanis,
Yeah, oh,
his foundation, okay, then. We've been selected to be a part of, an event that they're having on May 24th. They're, targeted around families who are pregnant and have children 5 and under that, can participate in this exclusive opportunity. If you know any families that would like to join this, please reach out to myself, Elizabeth, Amanda, or Christina, and we can get you the, sign up form. You have to sign up by May 8th. And we are encouraging people to not sign up if you are not gonna be able to make that slot on the 24th, because we don't want to, get people signed up and then they don't show up, because that'd look bad, and we won't be selected to be a part of any more opportunities like this. And again, I think this is an amazing opportunity for them to select us. We have slots for up to 12 families. Again, the event will be on May 24th from 3 to 7. It will be at MFC Sports Center. In Glendale, you will need to provide your own transportation to and from. But again, if you know any families who are pregnant and have children, excuse me.
They need to be in the Amani area.
You can reach out to, no, it's not citywide. We are specifically for Amani, but if you are connected with a family that you know, since you are with Amani, we will, consider that family. But I think that is really all that we've had. Go ahead.
We have on the 6th Milwaukee rep,
Yes.
so that's open to anyone that prefer kids over 13, right?
Correct, correct. And I don't know if that has already closed for, already filled
You
up.
have to register. Okay.
Yeah, you have to register. If you have not registered, I would highly recommend doing so, probably today, because I think it's like Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday.
Yeah.
I want to do one more update. June 20th is Amani Day. So planning has started. If you are interested, if you know any other residents that may be interested in connecting with the Amani United Board and planning and what that would look like, please feel free to contact y'all leadership board, Elizabeth, June 20th.
You have a time for that?
They planning.
It's playing, okay.
Plan.
Figuring it out.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mom, the board is planning it,
No, Amani
Amani
United, that's the
United
board.
Board.
or y'all got a board?
Amani United, that's.
Amani United, Elizabeth.
Bryce Bay.
Oh,
Ellen,
okay,
leadership.
oh, you got the
The leadership board for Amani United, yes. On May 5th, on May 5th is the start of Peace Week. So there will be a walk with Cavalier Johnson. I'm not sure the time, we were just here.
She just.
What time?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock? Thank you for that. And then they're gonna have an event at Moody Park where, we're gonna be tabling there from 5 to 6:30. So if you are interested in joining that, feel free to do so.
So the time of that, setup begins at 4. The event starts at 5, at 5:15. We're gonna do a press conference at 5:30. The Peace March starts. They said it's gonna last about 25 minutes and the event is over at 6:30.
So do you know the location where they're starting at?
At,
Is it at Moody Park?
yeah, it's right by the Peace Mural by COA.
And now what day is it? What day is
That's
it?
Monday the 5th.
Oh.
So they're gonna go from 20th to 27th for live, 27th hour, at the staging area will be in Moody Park.
What
So
time?
like protection, it's, 5 o'clock.
Like for that Peace March. Okay.
I don't have one.
Yes.
Oh,
You want it, Frank? You want a copy of it?
Yes, me too. The fifth, that's Monday?
Yeah.
yes, that's Monday, this Monday, coming up.
What is, you said Cinco de Mayo, is that's for the Moody Park thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
The Peace March for,
cause I know something is happening at Humboldt Sunday, for Cinco de Mayo, right?
I'm not aware of that. But Ms. Jasmine, you go ahead and if you want to share another minute.
This is not nurse related, this is for my mentor program, so.
Okay, let her finish it, then we got you now.
So Shane's Plus, my mentor program, so my team are having a bake sale to raise funds just for the program, so they can do some stuff this summer. So we're having the bake sale on, Saturday, May 17th at G's Clippers from 10 to 1:30 p.m. So if y'all wanna come support the youth of my organization, they will love that because we're just trying to get them out about the summer. And they're just raising funds for that, so.
Just at that location alone, you gonna get the money.
Listen,
Okay, now what time?
They
so,
come in
so
there.
at least from 10 to 1:30 PM, and we're gonna have like sort of baked goods, nachos as well, we serving, those.
And what's the day?
May 17th.
You don't have a flyer, do you?
I forgot to.
Tell me the time again, I'm sorry.
10 to 1:30. I can send y'all the flyer and then y'all can send it out. Yeah, is that okay? Absolutely. Thank y'all.
And then it'll give people that haven't been in jeans for a minute an opportunity to go through
Yeah,
there.
and then I can show y'all the thing as well.
Thank you. Go ahead, Rhonda.
Yeah.
Every other Monday, I have a mindful men's Monday, but we're not gonna have it this Monday, because this Monday, hopefully those who wanna go there will be here. Be at the, citywide, marching doing with the mayor.
You think you ever go apply for that?
Well, we see that right there.
Is that what you just gave me? No, the mindful men thing.
Oh, we'll get you one of those.
Okay, yeah. And then I just have another question. Why don't y'all get somebody to call into the radio station and then get a voice?
You be on there all the time.
I know.
Okay.
Hold on.
I like it, right, Johnny?
Okay, my thing is, when I be on there, I'm talking about some of the political things that we better be looking out for. Now, you know that the next thing that Trump is getting ready to do is getting ready to come down into the neighborhood. He's giving the police more backing with the military involved.
As he should.
Okay, with the military involved, now if you want police on your block where there's a lot of crime, watch what you sign up for, okay? Watch what you give up, because you don't get it back.
We know how to control what we got to, they gotta do what they gotta do.
Well, we better first,
How to,
okay, we better first get out there and tell these young people.
that's the reason why these resident walks is kind of important, so we like, man, we can actually do this, y'all, man, and actually say no to the knuckleheads in our neighborhood, and we
Let the
know each
parents
other
know,
unite.
let the parents know, if your kid steal a car and kill somebody, their life is over with. So don't wait for next year.
That's fine.
Let's go.
Okay, come on.
So don't let crying saying Johnny is a good boy, okay?
Chris, will you back online? You wanna share anything before we get ready to, close out?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Go
so we just want to remind people too about our Covenant House Sleep Out that is coming up. It's from May 15th all the way until May 28th. We're sleeping outside. It is a tour, so it's an immersive experience to bring awareness to homeless youth. Again, one of the reasons why we're not there today, we're at BIPOP, dry ice clamming. So it's Black and Indigenous people of color. So that's why we're not in the location today. And as you can see, Jarvis is doing his rock climbing. He's all the way up there. Pray for him. But one of the other things too is that when we do that groundbreaking for one of the Amani houses, we had asked whether or not if we could actually bring some non-alcoholic champagne and do it kind of like you would do a ship launching or a groundbreaking. And I just think that that'll be great for not only all of the individuals when they know what day we're actually going to be doing to show up and do support. Again, thank you to the Lindsays for doing the interview with Gideon Verdine that did air. If anyone didn't get a chance to see it, it was showing all of the different cleanup efforts in Amani, which again, kudos to everyone. If you need any extra cleaning supplies or pickers, just let us know. We'll make sure that you.
Why she got Jarvis up there standing like a prop?
He said he was at the rock climbing.
Rock climbing, we're all, like he a ninja.
The laptop giveaways will be starting back in May. So anyone that is interested, if you coming to the next housing meeting, which is May 7th, at 5, we will be signing people up right then and there. If you are on the waiting list or did miss an appointment, we'll be going back into the actual waiting list and pushing people up so that when our next days are solidified for May, people will have that access right away. We want to encourage people, though, please do not just show up and say, I'm here to pick up a laptop, because you will get turned away. You have to be registered. You have to make sure that you are in for that day. We'll be making sure that people are definitely in for the days in which, when we solidify the dates, that they're in for those days. If they have other friends and relatives that may want one, they have to make sure that they have attended one of the Amani meetings, be it the housing meeting, the health and wellness meeting, be it the Mindful Monday meetings, any one of those things, because that's how we're pushing their names forward. Because we're saying that these are active participants in Amani, and we definitely want to make sure that they are getting those laptops first. So that's one of the most important features for that. Other than that, there are a couple of other events, but as you can see, I'm slightly distracted because Jarvis is about to jump from his rock climbing space that he just went up there on. And he made it down alive. So, again, this is Black and Indigenous people of color. If you guys want to definitely stop down today, you're more than welcome. There's going to be free training. And this is a fun thing to do as well. Other than that, if y'all have any questions, y'all have my phone number, text me. Mostly we're going to be down here for the next 2 days.
All right, thank you, Miss
And be
Crystal.
blessed, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Miss Love.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, mute.
Hey,
Go ahead, Bob.
thank you. I just wanted to kind of use this time to bring up the cart and make sure that everybody is clear on what we can do and who we need to contact to make sure that we can keep it and get it registered so that we can keep it. I think everyone that attends these monthly meetings are passionate about the neighborhood and everything that Amani United as well as the Dominican Center does for us. But that cart has been a
What
huge
cart? What cart, Miss Loud?
Put the name on it.
the go kart that y'all got
Oh,
the
the golf cart that
yeah
Brown needed. Thank you.
yeah the go
Okay, because a lot
kart
of people didn't know what cart you were talking about. We're talking about the golf cart.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, finish.
So I just really think like before we leave today, maybe we can make sure we draft a letter that we all can print out while we're there. I mean, I can print it home. We can draft this thing and get it sent out today. Because if it's 10 of us on the call and it look like it's about 10 of y'all in the room, that's already 20 voices that are saying that we need this. And to be able to help the people who are helping us help us more, they need that.
Thank
That's
you.
all.
You want to give a little background about the cart, Ms.
Yes,
Clark?
I will. Last year we purchased a golf cart to assist us with reaching all 130 blocks that Amani has and all of the residents that we serve. There is literally 2 official organizers for Dominican Center that are tasked with hitting all 130 blocks. It's not always easy for us to do because we on foot and we need the golf cart. And sometimes we have residents that can't make it to certain events, like with the walks. That would be beneficial to have some of our senior residents ride along with us as we go out on these walks because they want to continue to be active and a part of doing in the community as well. No, not yet, Ms. West. So it was told to us that we can't keep the golf cart. Yeah, we have, because we can't necessarily register it, but there are other community organizations and even MPS have a similar type of cart. Like we can use it for picking up trash. It just has to have the extended little wagon on the back. But the leadership here at Dominican Center is saying that we can't have it at all. And so they're gonna sell it. Yes, but instead of selling it, we should be at least looking for a replacement. Something that we can legalize, something that we can get a permit for, instead of just saying we can't have nothing. So we, as the staff, are limited in what we can do. We don't wanna appear to be, insubordinate or anything, but as residents, if you all feel that it's important and it's a need for it, we strongly encourage you all to advocate and, like Ms. Lau said, get something in writing saying, letting the higher ups know that we do need this and Amani.
For us to get.
Can I just say something?
Go ahead.
And we could get everybody on our block to sign a petition if necessary. So everybody that's 20 people that live on our block, we can get them to sign a petition saying that we would really love to be able to keep that car because we have senior residents that really need that. And if we can get probably 5 people per block, if necessary as well, we're willing to go out on volunteer time to do that.
And can I just say another thing?
Yes.
Absolutely. The board over the Dominican Center,
Yes.
they're the ones that saying, it's just like giving you a piece of bread and then tomorrow telling you, we won't be giving you anymore.
Correct.
Stop playing with people's lives and what we're doing here.
Say that one more time.
That board.
One more time.
Stop playing with people's lives.
Mhm.
Well,
If you're sitting in an office and don't know what's going on here, and you're not getting privy to the correct information, send a person, a representative to come to one of these meetings.
To bring you a freighter,
just,
tell them that too.
no micronutrient test, that's what we finna.
I mean, you know, something about this stinks. And then if they sell it, give us an opportunity to know what that price
Donate
is.
it to Amani.
Thank you.
Will you?
And then let's get out there and get some
Y'all know
money.
what? This is a resident-led organization, so residents lead.
No, it's a board there.
Miss Liz.
Who would like to share something?
Yeah, because I'm really advocating for the golf cart. I know how it was hard to get, and now that we have it, I'm really to support to keep it. We are in the process of getting a new ED, new executive director that is gonna, my understanding is that it is picked already. We just waiting to be announced who it is. But I think that if we do start writing petitions, so when this new ED comes, we can advocate for the golf cart. This is not to be used as recreation.
No.
Yeah.
So it is needed, we do have events, I'm currently new to Dominican Center, but I experienced some events already last year, the block party that we had.
Right.
It was so useful because there were some even residents that couldn't walk and we transport them to back and forth, so that was, to me, that was really nice. It was very nice to see individuals coming and join us. So let's all come together, let's do it the right way, let's put something in writing. We'll do the petition, so when the new ED comes, then we come together. Hopefully, I believe it's mid-May. So, I'm sure that if they decide to sell, it's gonna go through me. So right now, I haven't heard anything, so just to put it out there, I haven't heard anything about selling. They did talk about it, but they haven't put it as officially to sell it. So it will come through me to put it for sale. So right now, it is not for sale, so we have time to activate, put it in writing, and let's make it happen.
And can I just say something? Number one.
Flip it for a couple scooters.
Something.
No, because it is nice.
Put a basket on the back.
I want to think about for the cleanup that we just did. We used the golf cart to transfer back, so we didn't have to carry them. It was so convenient to put it in the golf cart, take it to the trash, and that was it.
Okay, my thing is, when we get that petition together, it should be another page saying what we used it for. And my next thing is, how come, they're picking a new person to be over what? Amani?
The Dominican Center. Oh, yeah. We are filling out the position that Marisha used to hold.
Oh, okay. But don't we need to see this person?
Well, this is Dominican.
We all gonna see him at the same time.
The Dominican Center goes through the hiring process. We have an agency that, you know, recruits and they go through the.
Wow.
Sounds like
the
NES.
interview process and everything.
Yeah, okay.
So once it's done, then it is introduced to the staff and then most likely she will be participating in this type of meeting, so you guys.
So you know it's a lady. Now you tell her.
So I want to also suggest that every meeting that we have in the coming month of May, like right now, whoever's there, make sure that they are signing. Can you, make sure that you are signing, saying that you are in support. So then that way, those could be transferred. What?
Wait a minute, somebody was speaking. We got you, you go next.
It sounds like they nervous that, you know, at these events, when they driving the cars, they might run over somebody's foot or like, you know, bump somebody can act like they fall.
I'm the driver of this golf cart. I don't do any of those things.
Dominican Center, we need to keep it in a safe place
Yeah.
too. We wanna make sure that we are registered, we wanna make sure that we're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
So I understand where leadership is coming from.
And
We do need to make it legit, we need to make it legal. There were some steps that we didn't know that we are learning, so let's all say, it is nothing against leadership, they're just trying to make sure that we are not gonna be liable of
Can I just say one thing?
Somebody could call out, say $50,000, you hit them with that.
No, that's real, so, you know, we do wanna make sure that.
And Jack-
Insurance, there are other steps that we are looking into if we decide, if we come together and decide to.
Right, and that's what-
we are not. But I just wanna make sure that we are keeping it safe.
Can I just say one thing? This board is supposed to be assisting us. They're supposed to be intelligent people. Tell us what we need to do to make this legitimate and it work.
And
Tell us how much it's gonna cost. I think we need to do that. Number one, and they need to come and talk to us. They need to come and talk to us.
Oh, snaps.
And you know, all I can say on Liz's behalf is that we are working together, we are.
We're working together.
Us, me with you guys. And
I'm talking about the board.
I need you to come with me everywhere I go.
we can move on.
They got my order wrong. And I just don't understand.
Y'all need to get it together.
Go ahead, Krista, 'cause you might.
We got 5 minutes, Crystal. Two.
Hello? So the only thing, like I said, right now, every meeting that we are going into, and not just only for Amani people, we can have our church people sign because they're a surrounding organization. We also have several other partners that are directly affected and work with the Dominican Center, from our tobacco prevention to our Free at Last ministry. So reaching out to all of them and telling them this is why we need to keep this, because yes, it does come in handy, but the petition is key. So then that way you have that documentation, you have the statements, not only just when you guys are delivering the blooming grooms, the flowers, you'll be able to just load them on, drop them off at people's property when we're doing outreach. When we're doing outreach, the best part with outreach is everybody has all expressed those items are heavy to carry. And because they're heavy to carry, having the golf cart to be at one corner, deliver those items is more efficient, and it's a safety concern as well. That where now if something does go wrong on the block, we can immediately remove our team. That is going to be some of the highlight points of having the golf cart as well. Because again, like let's say if a shooting occurs on a block, you can now come remove the team really rapidly and not have to worry about a delay.
Thank you, as always good information.
Listen, y'all need to pipe down, okay? Listen, cause y'all little tight this morning, but I appreciate this energy, okay? Listen, y'all little tight. So, Ms. Lau, can we count on you to draft this letter for us?
Sure, I can.
Absolutely, thank you so much for that.
And if everybody signed in, make sure you leave your contact information, so when we do get the draft letter, we can share it with you. We gotta pull
We
up
got
and,
down to the 17th.
yeah.
We got somebody.
And make sure that one of those letters include the residents, because like I said, Jarvis and I will go through certain neighborhoods and make sure that a residents from 21st Street, 22nd Street will try to get at least 5 people per block. So that enforces the word. And remember, Amani is a community-led initiative. So to be able to show that, like, hey, we have over 75 residents or 100 residents who are all saying, this is what we want this for. We want you to sign it over and do accordingly. Then there can't be any opposition, because in order to make sure you're following through, you're now saying we have residents, not just only the stakeholders, not just only the partners, but residents.
Thank you.
Somebody's gonna get me.
One other thing, go ahead, Kim.
In regards to doing the letter, also an idea, maybe do it also electronically.
Okay.
If we cannot get those individuals maybe to come here to sign the petition.
They go to money night.
I'm willing to go out on the golf cart to get the signature. Don't worry about this.
Just trying to give them a way for twofold and everything to do that, to make it easy for people to, assist.
And then the next thing I wanna just add, when you give it to the board, designate 2 people that'll be responsible for driving that car, getting the proper training, and the one that's gonna be covered.
We only have 2 people and we only have 1 driver. I'm a passenger.
And I'm the driver.
That's our driver.
But if she were to get sick, you know how to drive.
We ain't speaking no sickness.
No sickness. Hallelujah.
It's nothing negative. You don't have to stop.
I understand what you're saying.
If I get sick, we ain't going out on it.
There we go. First, you gotta get the card before you do that.
Yeah, no, this is when you're dealing in business, you better have that whole plan together.
Yeah.
So, if.
Right, then brother be back
Two
up.
people, all I'm trying to tell you.
No, we will.
Liz know how to drive.
Good Jarvis.
Liz don't know how to drive. Well, what Liz you talking about?
I'm driving like
Exactly, it's right.
I would say Elizabeth.
Start getting, deep into this, we almost at 10 o'clock. We, have one more thing. Clean Wisconsin is supposed to be here presenting at 10 o'clock. He's not here yet, so I'm just gonna share a brief, overview of what he was going to be sharing in the event that he does not show up before everyone starts to leave. Ethan Taxman from Clean Wisconsin. So he is looking to do, a workshop about, the hard water runoff from off the sewers, the streets, rooftops and everything. And he wants to see, collect data and see if people are interested in those findings. Tina, add anything to that? Cause I know that was really.
About like, the runoff from all the rain and everything, and how much street and infrastructure would need to be added to Amani to capture all that rain.
Yeah.
We could use it for-
Yeah. Yeah, they had one last year in Sherman Park, but they're trying to do one here in Amani to see if Amani residents, if that's something that they would be interested in. He's, tentatively, has a date for June 7th after the first Saturday meeting, at like 12:30 to share this. But again, he was supposed to be here today. I don't know if he's, again, gonna show up or not, but that's basically a brief overview of what he was gonna be sharing. Just to see if the community, if that's something that you guys are be interested in or not, so.
And Clean Wisconsin also offers, the rain barrels, the garden beds, the rain gardens. So if you're interested in getting that on your property to kind of help with that issue, we can connect you to Clean, Wisconsin as well to get those at no cost to you, I believe.
Yeah, they're no
Yes,
cost.
free.
Yeah, so, that is all we have for today. Does anybody else have anything before we close this meeting out?
Oh, Cole will be presenting at the Wednesday's housing meeting. So they're going to be telling about the latest updates, what's going on with the lead crisis that not only are in our schools, all the new schools that are popping up now. So Cole will be presenting on that conversation. And then we will also be sharing some information about a cohort called Voices of Health. Jarvis is getting ready to go to the training and he'll be able to see whether or not that's something they're gonna want to replicate within Amani. those are paid training opportunities as well. And I think that was it. I think we shared everything. If I forgot something, I'll remind y'all. Like I said, my mind is like on these rock climbing walls right now. Huh?
Nothing.
Oh, and great job on the cleanup, guys. If you ain't got a chance, go to the link is on the page.
Listen.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you to everybody who has joined us online and in person. I do want to say, for next month's meeting, we will have Northwestern Mutual presenting. We have our friend Iman from Northwestern Mutual who'll be sharing about some, financial planning.
Yes.
So if y'all interested,
Home insurance.
We don't do that, but we do
that's
just
a
kind of
problem.
financial literacy in general, so
Oh.
we can help connect you with people for that if you're
Okay,
interested.
yeah, we're interested.
Absolutely.
for home insurance, and we do have a connection with, Angela Marion that does home insurance that is connected with as well.
Okay.
So, anyways, thank you all for joining us. Y'all have a safe afternoon, a great weekend, and, thank y'all for taking time out to be involved.
Miss Simpson, I'll text you the address to turn the walls.
We got so many dates.
We do, we do.
Thank y'all, thank you.
We're gonna be